Can you both see my white screen here with all my buttons on it?
Yes.
All right. Sometimes I let my mouth get ahead of my head a little bit. This, I've already named these. So this is already going to open up form, customer options, form order options, etc. But technically that's not right. What I want to change the text in all of these. I'm not going to change the name, but I'd like you to change the text on each one of these, please, to, like this one, I want this to say show orders main form, like that. And I'm sorry, not orders, that's customers, my fault. So have that one say show customer main form. All right, I want this one to say show order main form. All right, I want this one to say show order detail main form. I want this one to say show category main form. And finally, I want this one to say show product main form. Oops, looks a little funky. Oh, that was nice, right? All right. And the reason for that is we're about to put in the code. So when you click this customer main form button, what's going to come up on the screen then is this customer form. All right. And we want to put code in where we're not going to worry about these yet, but we want to make sure when we click this button, we go back to this form. Does that make sense to both of you?
Yes.
Okay. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with what we said, but I like to have at least the text on the buttons be indicative of what we're trying to do. We could change this to show customers, show orders, etc. Maybe I'll even do that. All right. I don't know, but I don't care about that right now. What I do care about is I want to put in the code now here so that when I click on that particular button right here, it goes and it opens up the next form. So please follow along with me because I'm going to explain the code as we put it in. So double click on your show customer main form. And again, like I said, I wish I would have called this show custom. I'm not going to change it now. That changing stuff after you've created it like that is too big of a hassle. It's too easy to screw something up in one of the intermediate files. I don't want to do that. So the good news is it's only 3 lines of code. All right, but I'm going to put comments in so you know what's happening. So hide current form. This dot hide. That literally will make our current form disappear. So our white form that we have will now disappear. All right. Create new instance of customer options form. So we're going to say here form customer options, and we'll just call it customer options, equals new form customer options, paren, paren. Now that's probably a little hard. Well, I guess you can see it, but I'm still going to move that there. All right. And then finally, show customer options form. And that is customer options dot show dialog. Now you're probably typing with me, and that's fine, but please just stop for a second. Why? I want to make sure it works. So I'm going to save this. I'm going to run the program. And I'm going to click on show main. And what should happen is, boom, that should go away and our customer main form should appear. Good. Now I'm going to have to go and make sure that I come into here and I want to again set my tab order, and I want to again set it so that it goes center screen. All right. But that's not a big thing. We can do that at any time. So put this in and then let me know when you're done, and we're going to do the next one.
I'm done.
All right. Angie, let me know when you're done.
Got it.
All right. Just because I don't feel like constantly jumping back and forth, I am going to go back to my customer form right here. I'm going to click on the form, and I don't care really about tab order. I don't know which one of these, I would want to click, but I guess I will. You know what? I'm going to set I will set the cancel button on all of these to return to main form. Oops. So if I do come in here, oh, it doesn't like it. Fine, just forget it then. That's no problem. But I am going to come and click on the form, and I'm going to go down to start position, and I'm going to set it to center screen. Why is it doing? Oh, it's giving me these errors because I'm still on run mode. Okay, so I'm going to go to cancel button. I'm going to set my cancel button on all of these to button return to main form. And I'm going to set for each one of these as I do them, my start position to center screen. Now that I've done that, I'm going to do a file save all. And when I click here, and I now choose show customer form, it just replaces what was here. That makes sense to both of you?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to stop the run, and I'm going to go back to my main form. I'm just going to do this a bunch of times. In other words, now I'm going to go to show order main form, and I'm still running. So we stop the run. And you don't have to do this, but I'm just going to copy everything that I just had from the previous one and then just change the names. So this dot height is fine. This will be form order options. Order options equals new form order options. And this will be order options dot show dialog. Do you understand the pattern that we're going through here?
Yes.
Okay. So again, after I've done that, I'm going to go back to my order options form. All right. And again, I'm just going to set here, I'm going to set the cancel button to return to main form. All right. And I'm going to set the start position to center screen. I'm going to do a file save all. I'm going to run the program again. And now I'm going to click show order main form, and boom, there that is. All right. I can, if I want to, double check and make sure I didn't break the first one. So there's customer. All right. Doing well so far. Now I'm going to go back again, and you can tell pretty much what I'm going to do here. So this is my order detail. I'm going to copy the previous one down because all I have to do is add the word detail onto that. this one now was, instead of customer options form, it's the order option form, and this is the order details. All right, so there's that one. Let me move this over a little bit so you can see all of it. All right, so I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to go back again, change my cancel button, change my Windows start screen position, then do category, then do it, do the same thing, and then do product. All that makes sense?
Yes.
So why don't you guys do that on your own? You can watch me do it. That's totally fine, but that's what I'm going to do.
Mr. Scott, on mine, every time I enter the name order options or order detail options dot show dialog, I'm getting an error.
What's the error?
Name does not exist in current text.
Don't think that I had to put anything special in to get that. So let's look.
It took customer options okay, but the rest of them I'm getting an error. So is it something that I
Well,
maybe?
then, okay. Well, that's good to know. Then what I would do would be to go back to each one of the pages that you have. So for instance, if order option didn't work, click on it, look over here and see what the exact name is, because you've got to use that name.
Okay.
Keegan, how's yours going?
I'm good.
Did that fix it, Angie?
No, and I typed it in just like I have on the form. I don't have to enter form order options dot show dialog, do I?
Yes. Well, you have to add, it should be like this. No. So you said, for example, that your order one wasn't working. Should look like this. If you called your form order options, now if you called it form order option without the S, you'll have to leave the S off of here and here.
Right. Yeah, and it took it on that line, but it's the one where you show customer options form,
This one.
that one right there.
Well, I have no idea why it would be doing that. I'll tell you what, we're gonna go on, but I'd like you to send me, again, take screenshots and send me if you have problems.
Okay.
Okay? All right. Let's start, and you can do this, Angie, even if yours isn't working, it's no big thing. I want you to both go to the customer form that's right here. All right. I will tell you too, it's not that big a thing, but because I like this to look very symmetrical, I placed my buttons on all 5 of these forms in the exact same location. You did not have to do that. All right. But again, to me, as I'm popping from form to form, it makes it that much easier for me to do. You may agree with that, you may not. Now, you're both smart enough to see that when you look on the form that you see on the screen right now, you can probably figure out it's the customer form. But if you think it would help, feel free on each one of your forms to put a label up here. You know, this could say main customer form, the next one, main order form, etc. If you want to do that, go ahead. And if you don't want to do that, then don't. All right. It's totally up to you. I want you to start customizing this in your own way. All right. Okay. What I'm going to do here first, we're not going to put anything in here, but I am going to double click on the insert customer. Then I'm going to come in. Where's my customer? Log on it. Oops, I want the design one. Here we go. So then I'm going to click on update. And then I'm going to click on delete. And finally, I'm going to click on return to main form. Well, you may have already figured this one out. All right. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab some of that code that I had here, because I think, and I'm doing this off the top of my head because I can't find one of my pages, but hopefully this is going to work. So I'm going to go back to my customer here, and I want to return to the main form. Now, don't worry about this code because we're going to change it. We do want this dot hide. Now, I don't know. We have a Form 1? Nope. Well, I have no idea if this is going to work or not, but main form equals new form. Oh, and I guess I missed one here. So this would be main form dot show dialog. I don't know if it considers that to be the main form or not, but we're going to find out right now. File, save all. I'm going to run this. And the hope is when I click customer form now and I click this, oh, that's not the right name. See that? It created a new form, but I want it to go back to our main form, to the white form, that one. All right. And I'm going to go back. I'm going to click on my form here. And I've got my properties window here. For some reason, it's taking up the entire screen. But I want to view and I want to see my Solution Explorer. Properties window. Come on, I know you're in here. There we go. All right. Called it Form 1. So it's not, but it's not recognizing Form 1. Don't you do this until I try it to see if it works or not. But I'm going to right mouse click on here. I'll try that again. View Solution Explorer. All right, I'm going to right mouse click on here. Do I get a rename? All right. Do you notice when you look up on the screen here, I'll move this over. You see how mine is screwed up? In other words, right now I cannot see my, I can see my properties, but I can't see my Solution Explorer. I don't know about you, but that happens to me a lot. I probably have shown this to you, but in case I haven't, if this ever happens and you want to be able to reset your form so all the main settings are there, all you do is you go to, there's the problem, okay. I was still running. You go to Tools, just so you know, because I can do it here anyway. It's okay now, but if you go to Tools and you go down to Import and Export Settings, and you tell it to reset all of your settings, you go to Next and tell it you don't even want it to save anything, so just say no, and you say Next and finish. So if your stuff gets moved all over the place on the form, that's how you go back and reset it. All right, so again, you go to Tools. It's just resetting now, so. As soon as it stops spinning, come on. All right, it says complete, close. So you go to Tools, you go to Import and Export Settings, you click the reset, you go to Next, and if it says do you want to save your current, you say no, just reset, you go to Next again, and you want to make sure it's Visual C#, and you click Finish. That's it. Then when you're done, you click Close. Okay, all right. So will it let me change my name on here? Rename. I'm going to try to change this from Form 1 to Form Main. All right. I have no idea if this is going to work the way I want it to work or not, but that's my main form now. All right. And I'm going to go back again into my customer form. And I want to, so let's see. See, it doesn't recognize that. That is not good. All right. I've got to go and look for my code because I'm obviously missing something. And I'm going to find it. So even though it's a little bit early right now, let's take a break. You set yours up. Angie, please, if you still have that error, email it to me. If you haven't done so, take a screenshot and email it to me. It is 9:25. Let's take our regular break. So let's come back, please. We'll make it a nice long break, 9:45. All right? So drop off. I'll see you in 20 minutes.